Hello, my name is Sofia Racino, and for this assignment, I chose to analyze The Cat in the Hat by Dr. Seuss. This popular children's book begins with two siblings, Sally and her brother, who are inside their house on a rainy day. Their mother has left them alone in the house, and the Cat in the Hat shows up at their house and proposes that they play games. The children's fish tells the cat to leave, but the cat starts to do tricks and ends up making a big mess inside the house. The cat then brings out a box, and out come Thing 1 and Thing 2, and they start flying kites inside the house and causing an even bigger mess. The fish tells the cat to leave because the mother is near, so he finally leaves, and a little bit later he comes back unexpectedly to clean up the mess that he caused. He finally disappears before the mother gets home, and when she returns, she asks Sally and her brother what they did while she was away. The book ends with the brother asking the reader what would they respond if they were in his position. So the characters in this book are Sally, her brother, the cat, the fish, Thing 1, Thing 2, and the mother. First, I'm going to analyze the characters from Freud's point of view. Freud believed that human thought and behavior was greatly influenced by unconscious psychological forces beginning in childhood and influencing you all the way through adulthood. Freud used three structures of personality to explain the struggling forces between the levels of consciousness. He called them the id, the ego, and the superego. The characters from The Cat in the Hat can be classified into these structures of personality. The id represents the pleasure principle. Its main objective is to seek pleasure and avoid pain. The id's goal is to satisfy urges, disregarding rules and safety. So in this book, The Cat in the Hat and Thing 1 and Thing 2 represent the id. They're careless and they only wish to have fun without caring about any consequences presented to them by the fish. The ego's function is to resolve the conflict between the real world and the id's urges. The ego can stop and think logically of the consequences that can be caused by acting spontaneously to make more rational choices. This is called secondary process. In The Cat in the Hat, Sally and her brother represent the ego. They're stuck between having fun with the cat and following their mother's rules, which are repeated to them by the fish all throughout the story. Although they break the mother's rules and give in to their urge to misbehave with the cat, they know in reality that they should not be playing with him. The superego represents internal parental and societal restrictions. This structure of personality aims to control individuals and ensure that they are behaving according to society's standards. In the book, the fish and the mother represent the superego. The fish tells the children to inform the cat that they do not want to play with him and that he needs to leave the house. All throughout the story, the fish acts as a voice of reason, although he's usually ignored. When the mother arrives and the house is once again clean, it illustrates that she expects everything to be orderly, and the fish and the mother represent the rules that the children are supposed to follow. So next I'm going to analyze the characters from Jung's point of view. Jung believed that personality had conscious and unconscious aspects, like Freud, but unlike Freud, he searched for a balance between the two elements. He believed that there was a deeper layer to the unconscious, which everyone has, known as the collective unconscious. Within the collective unconscious are archetypes, which are primordial images which make us experience life in a similar way. These archetypes tell us who plays what role in our lives. So I will be classifying the characters of The Cat in the Hat according to Jung's archetypes. Sally and her brother represent personas. They adapt according to the situation. When they're alone with the fish, they sit and wait for the mother to come home. Then when the cat comes and offers to play with them and show them tricks, they go along with it. When the cat cleans up the mess, they help him. So their behavior depends on the reaction of those around them. The cat represents the trickster archetype. He's a prankster who integrates the shadows, which in this case are Thing 1 and Thing 2, and in the end acts like a hero and solves the issue that he created of the house being a mess. Thing 1 and Thing 2 represent shadows. They're not socially acceptable because they cause trouble and can be dangerous. The fish represents the wise old man archetype. He's the voice of reason in the story, and he tries to guide the children to make the right decision and make the cat go away. The mom represents the great mother archetype. She's responsible for the children, so she sets rules for them while she's away and expects them to follow her rules. So to compare and contrast, while both Freud and Jung believed that the role of the unconscious mind was significant, they had different beliefs overall. Freud focused on the conflict between inappropriate urges and adapting to the real world, while Jung used archetypes to represent the roles people play in our lives and the effect they have on our personality. So that will conclude my presentation. Thanks for listening.